Hey, my name's Alicia Rose and I am going to guide you with some yoga. I know we all have really busy lives, but I don't believe there's any one of us that can say we don't have time to take a stretch while we are on a sofa. So let's get into yoga on a sofa. When people sit in the sofa, sometimes they slouch back. And there's no need when you can just pick your buttocks up and really push them back into the crease of the sofa and get yourself sitting a little bit more upright. And then you can take your legs to cross if you can. If you prefer to keep your thighs along straight on the sofa and your shins down and your feet on the floor, you can do it that way as well. But for those of you that can sit cross-legged, do so. Take a nice deep breath in, rise up through the trunk of the body, give yourself a bit of a lift, straightening up. Imagine your torso to be a column or a pillar. Relax your shoulders. Rather than having them drawn up by the ears with all the tension and stress of the day, just take a breath out and release, surrender. So every time you breathe in, you're creating space. Every time you're breathing out, you're surrendering, you're letting go. Remember this every time you are going to apply some movement, because breathing in, create space, lift, and then surrender. You could perhaps stretch forward. Now, whilst you've just lifted the torso and drawn yourself forward, you also want to be thinking about the skin. Okay, movement can happen within the skin. So when you breathe in, lift the skin too, especially around the lower back, around the kidneys. Think of lifting the flesh there all the way up, and that will help you stretch further forward. But there's no rush. You just take your time, even if you're still back here and you're just getting into these first initial movements of edging forward. As long as you follow your breath, surrender every time you breathe out, lift every time you breathe in, before long you will be stretching forward. And this is great for bringing flexibility to the spine, keeping a healthy spine. And just as you sit into the stretch, connect. Attune to your breathing, and if you close your eyes, you'll be able to attune even deeper. And your body will begin to adjust and adapt. You'll feel it, you'll experience it. And every time you come to pick yourself back to an upright position, pull the tummy in so that you support the spine. So that's just a quick forward flexion. And now let's do a lateral flexion. We've got this beautiful space to the side of us. We've got the arm part of the sofa to rest our hand on. And then with a breath in, you'll once again rise up through that torso, still feeling akin to a pillar or a column, nice and risen. And you can stretch the arm up, and then gently you stretch over to the side, and do take it slowly. Avoid allowing that elbow to come forward and trying to get too far too soon. You're trying to get into the lowest part of the stretch before you've even registered around the skin on the torso that you can lift and stretch more. So keep the ear brushing on the inside of the upper arm. And you may like to rotate the head and neck to look up towards the ceiling, bringing a slight twist to the spine too. And then back to the centre, again remembering, pull the stomach in. Your stomach, your abdominal muscles, they are the support framework for your spine, especially that lower spine. And you'll notice that if you do start pulling the tummy in, the belly button, pulling it back and down to secure with the spine, you'll notice that any tension or stresses or strains on that lower spine begin to dissipate. Let's go on the other side. So you stretch your opposite arm out, rest it on the arm of the sofa or onto the cushion, depending how wide a sofa you've got. And then you'll breathe in and you'll lift everything up. You'll stretch and you'll reach, and you'll remember to keep that arm over the ear. Avoid allowing that elbow to come forward into your view. You want to stretch up and over, and you just sink into the softness of the sofa. Again, if you close your eyes, you can tune in further. You can feel the flesh around your abdominals, and you can tighten it. And then as you pull it in to bring yourself upright. An easy lateral stretch for both sides of the body. So we've done a forward stretch as well. How about a semi-backward flexion of the spine? Nice deep breath in, and then you can move back towards the cushions. Let's take another breath in, lift the arms up, out, stretch them over the back, head back, chin up, eyes up, look up, and breathe. This is a great chest opener, expanding across the front of your body, allowing extra space, an increase in space for the lungs to inflate, drawing in oxygen so that you can then release and settle back. Forward flexion, backward flexion, lateral flexion, stretching on a sofa. We've all got time for that. 7 minutes worth. Okay, we'll do some more stretching on a sofa soon.